Hey, what is up, people? It is the dynamic duo, Sandu and Sheen.
Yeah.
Sheen and Sandu, here to preview Minnesota Vikings, Dallas Cowboys, Sunday Night Football. We're doing pretty good on our previews, Jer, so what do you think? Should we just keep it rolling?
Yeah, let's keep it rolling. Both teams in a little bit different situations. The records kind of look close to the same, but Dallas being in the NFC East still has a shot. They got to win out, I believe, but they're playing for something.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Vikings, on the other hand, they're playing for next year. They're playing for a draft pick, really. I'm sure they'd love to put the Dallas Cowboys down. I'm not sure if they lose, they're technically out, but it would be a crushing blow to lose to these Minnesota Vikings, who have had some flashes of brilliance, but really haven't found their footing. The defense is always great, but Dallas, a little bit more to play for in this one. You'd think they'd give a little bit more effort, but stranger things.
Yeah, so the spread is... I think it's 5.5, -6, somewhere in that ballpark. But I'd have to lean Dallas in this spot. I think, like you were saying, they got the motivation. I'm playing pretty solid, minus that one defensive outing in Detroit there. So I'd have to lean them on the point spread. I'm not that confident just because you just never know which Minnesota team will pop its head up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So, as for the under, I believe I would probably lean the way of the under in this game because Minnesota's defense has been pretty solid. You're right, and surprisingly, Dallas's defense, minus the last game against Detroit, they've been showing up in spades, and I expect a lot of ball control. I mean, Dallas, they do have the offense, but CeeDee Lamb coming off a concussion. Yes, he's going to play, but how effective will he really be? I mean, do you think we're going to have 100% CeeDee Lamb in this game, or do you think we're going to go to Pickens more? Or
Minnesota's defense just, stalwart, kind of, they always take the under. Like you said, I was thinking the under right away. Maybe they've had a couple of slip-ups, but they're good that way. If their offense can just muster something, I'm almost thinking that if Minnesota can put up 21, they actually could win this thing. I do have a lot of faith in Minnesota's defense. But yeah, if Minnesota's giving up 30 burger, if Dallas is doing their regular routine where they're putting up 35 points or more, then no, it will be Dallas. Will it be by a touchdown? I hope so. But I think, that's the only way that they're going to cover
Minnesota,
that 30 burger.
Minnesota's coming off a big victory. They shut out the Commanders. They're fourth in the division no matter what. They're not going to move up anyway in that spot. Dallas is second, but obviously they can still win the NFC East outright with Philadelphia falling on its face, and Dallas is collecting these wins, so it's going to be interesting. If you're going to play the spread, I would probably lean Dallas, but it's tough, man. I don't know which Minnesota offense is going to show up, but I do know Minnesota's defense is going to show up, and I expect the same for Dallas here. It's a primetime game, maybe a little bit of jitters involved, maybe a little bit of don't want to make a big mistake on the bright lights of Sunday Night Football on NBC. So I think for us, we're both in agreement. Take the under in this spot, and if you're doing a money line parlay, maybe Dallas.
Money line Dallas, and then like I said, if you think Dallas is going to score a 30 burger, go with them. If you think the Minnesota defense is going to show up and drag them under 21 points, maybe that's going to be the pick that you want to take.
Yeah, it's a tough call because, the spread I think is pretty accurate. I think it's going to be somewhere in that 4 to 6 range when it comes down to it, but we don't know what this Minnesota team is exactly going to do, so that's why we're going to lean to the under in this one. But Yeah, it's a tough call on the spread, but still a game. It's gonna be very interesting to watch, and still the jury's out on JJ McCarthy, right? So let's see what he can do on another primetime game, and let's see if Justin Jefferson can come back to life. I know a lot of the fantasy owners out there are really pissed at what he's been doing lately, and he's just too good to not produce.
Yeah, and any athlete
he's kind of the wild card.
For a stinker here and there, right? He's been so dominant for so long, and he's always had some decent quarterback play. And now, he's human. He's not a robot. The quarterback play drops, and so does his numbers. But I can't see Minnesota not picking up someone that can at least sling it a little bit better than McCarthy for next year, or even bring in someone for competition. Whoever wins it in camp, the other guy will be the backup kind of thing. There's going to be some.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you're going to have a pretty decent draft pick. I don't know if you're going to take another QB or not, but you're probably looking at a top 12, 13 pick if things go according to plan and if they just keep going south. That'll be interesting to see. Dallas, primetime game. All them Cowboy fans will be out there watching. Them boys going for the NFC East. Got a feeling they're going to come up short, but it'll be fun to watch. So tune in, and we'll have our Monday night preview for Week 15 coming up right around the corner. Primetime games, previews here on SNS Pigskin Picks. Any final words as we sign off to the audience here?
Kenny Pickett will not get his revenge. Not.
Kenny Pickett